Hello, everyone, and welcome to the late/early Christmas Hunger Games. And if that confuses you, it confused me. So, let's get into it. Today, for our top three, let's pick Curly Headed Scan, Squid Games D Block, and I don't know. I like the killer instinct of Relic's eyes. So let's get into it. Today I bring you 24 contestants all competing for the grand prize of 100,000 bullets. It would be more, but Mike has cursed us with limits, so it is what it is. Let's get into it. As a tribute stand on the podium, the horn sounds. Dracula attacks Tom Riddle, but Tiz Diddy protects her, killing Dracula. Ooh, fancy. Third party and Phosphorus fight for a bag. Third party gives up and retreats. Man is not good for a 1v1. His name is third party. Obviously, he's only going to come in if there's two or more fighting. I know how it is. Pope 66, even though it's supposed to be. I put Pope 666, even though his name was 66, but I mean, stays at the cornucopia for resources. D Block runs away from the cornucopia. John Marston takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Notorious 23 runs away from the cornucopia. Mr. F30 scares St. Rose away from the cornucopia. Weak. Log out finds some bows, arrow, and a quiver. About to make some people log out of life real quick. I don't know how to say that name. Strangles Lucifer with a rope. Oh, God. Swag Mode runs away from the cornucopia. Also, Swag, you're going to have to tell me what this means in your name, because I haven't a clue. Yuki takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Excuse me. Perseus rips a mace out of Blitzo's hands. Because if... Oh, my God, my stomach. I don't know if you guys heard that through the mic, but goddamn. And if you guys know, Blitzo in game, he took his own life and Perseus stopped it. He said, "You shall not give me the mace." Cypher runs away from the cornucopia. Scan runs away from the cornucopia. Teapot runs away from the cornucopia. Cowards. Relic runs away from the cornucopia. Thundercunt runs away from the cornucopia. Rise runs away from the cornucopia. Goddamn. Day 1. MF30 is pricked by thorns while picking berries, which isn't always lethal, but is sometimes lethal. I've never been able to figure it out personally. D Block practices his archery. Blitzo searches for a water source. Pope 66 discovers a cave. Teapot receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Saints Rose stalks Rise. You know. If you don't know, you know. Notorious 23 explores the arena, trying to figure out where the fuck the escape is. But little did they know, the only escape is through winning. Swag Mode stalks Logout. Thundercut, Tom Riddle, John Marston, and Tiz Diddy hunt for other tributes. Third party, Scan, Yuki, and Relic raid Phosphorus' camp while he's hunting. See, you gotta get third party in that group. That's where he really shines. That person's name? Jiraiya? Jiraiya? I don't know, anime man. Perseus and Cypher hunt for other tributes. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 1. MF30 destroys Yuki's supplies while she is asleep. Even though, you could have destroyed them while they were asleep, but Perseus tends to her wounds. It was gnarly, you guys should have seen it. They found the cave too, but it wasn't the same cave, and it definitely wasn't empty. I won't tell you what's in there. You'll have to watch the replay footage, even though the only replay footage is in my mind unacquirable, but you know. Pope 66, Scan, Relic, and Teapot tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. That happened because they're about to become ghosts themselves. Third party and Blitzo sleep in shifts. John Marston, Rise, and Saints Rose cheerfully sing songs together. Cypher receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. Explosives are almost never used in this. I'm gonna have to create a game that is specifically centered around explosives and see how long people last. Maybe 46 people, 2 lives, maybe 3. But another game. Notorious 23, Thundercunt, Tiz Diddy, Jiraiya, and D Block sleep in shifts. Swag Mode, Logout, and Phosphorus get into a fight. Swag Mode triumphantly kills them both with no hesitation whatsoever. Tom Riddle receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Drink break. Because this winter season has left my nose stuffy. Day 2. Cypher practices her archery. Tom Riddle attacks MF30, but she manages to escape. Teapot, Rince, Swag Mode, Perseus, and John Marston hunt for the tributes. You know, with only 24 people, grouping up in 5 is pretty scary if you ask me. Skin and D-Block hunt for the tributes. Notorious 23 discovers a river, and we'll probably discover dysentery shortly after because that river is not clean, let me tell you. I won't tell them, but let me tell you, it's nasty. Jaira runs away from Saint Rose. Relic receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor, as he just laid on the ground clutching his stomach all night. People hate to see it. Pope 66 and Blitzo split up to search for resources. Never a good idea. Yuki fishes. Thundercunt thinks about home. Tis Diddy searches for firewood. And third party dies from an infection. Must have found the dirty river. Or maybe they were pricked by berries. The world may never know. Except all the replay footage that we definitely know. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. I wonder if I have an arena event with only 24 people. Night 2. John Marston attempts to start a fire and cook his food, but is unsuccessful. Cypher passes out from exhaustion. Yuki sees the fire, not John Marston's that is, but stays hidden. Saint Rose tries to sing herself to sleep, and really, it's god awful. You should hear it. Dear Lord, it's like the sound of screaming goats. Scan stays awake all night, again, which is going to cost him a lot in the future because you need your sleep. Oh God. This is one of my favorite deaths. Swag Mode stabs Thundercunt with a tree branch. Oh, it's only second to falling out of a tree and killing both people. Tis Diddy questions his sanity and why he decided to sign up for this game. Oh God, my nostrils. I know you may not be able to tell, viewers listening, for those of you who actually listened to it and didn't just skip to the end to see the winners, you know, you'll hear the nasally sounds of my voice. Excuse me. Teapot looks at the night sky. Perseus defeats Relic in a fight, but spares his life. Blitzo dies from an infection, probably from the mace that he tried to off himself with. Pope 66 lets Jaira into his shelter. Oh, we all know it's about to go down there. There's only one reason you guys let each other into the shelter, and that's for a scared cuddle, if you know what I mean. Rise quietly hums. D-Block and MF30 talk about the tributes still alive and how they're going to handle them. Notorious 23 receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. And Tom Riddle looks at the night sky. Beautiful. Totally didn't just take a drink while thinking about how beautiful the procedurally generated night sky would be. Day 3. John Marston discovers a river. Relic, the kind man, even though he's got murderous eyes, tends to Saint Rose wounds. Tis Diddy overhears Tom Riddle and Cypher talking in the distance. Jaira? You're gonna have to tell me how to spell your name, or say your name if you can somehow. Receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Oh God. Yuki shoots an arrow at Rince but misses and kills Notorious 23 instead. How unfortunate. I know it's mirroring the Hunger Games, how it worked, but dear God. Oh wait, no. She meant to shoot him. She shot around. It's been a while since I've seen the Hunger Games. You guys are gonna have to tell me. Perseus receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. D-Block, kind of bored with the contest, not really wanting to participate. He constructs a shack. He just vibes. Scan discovers a river. Let me warn you guys, warn you, not them, that all the rivers, yeah, they're not good. I wouldn't drink from them. MF30 practices her archery. Swag Mode thinks about home and how many people he's going to have to kill to see it because he's already got 3 under his belt. A double and a single. Pope 66 questions her sanity and wonders why the hell they even signed up here because, you know, only one walks away. The rest are left to fade. Teapot discovers a river. And 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Come on, arena event. Night 3. Tom Riddle quietly hums. D-Block receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. I might be that unknown sponsor because I want to see people explode. You know? Tis Diddy tends to his wounds. How he got them is a complete mystery. He was in a blind spot when he did it and he won't tell us how. Saint Rose, that person, we're going to call him, I don't know. Scan and John Marston tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Teapot receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. That's gonna get you far, kid, because if you drink from the rivers here, you ain't making it further. Rise attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Some could say he didn't rise the fire. I'll see myself out. MF30, Yuki, and Cypher cheerfully sing songs together, which is weird because only one of you are going to remain alive. I'll be taking that time to, But, they'd rather sleep and snuggle, like Perseus convinces Relic to snuggle with her. Perfect time to, just stab. Pope 66 finally starts their fire. And Swag Mode thinks about winning. After killing 3 people, the man wants to be the pride of his district. Day 4. Tiz Diddy receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Pope 66 attacks Cypher, but she manages to escape. Also, yes, Pope, I know it says Pope 666, but that's what I thought your name said. I think I even wrote it down. Let me see. I'm looking at the notebook now. Yep, I even wrote it down with 3 6s on that one. D-Block thinks about home. Yes, I keep a physical copy and an electronic copy of the people who participate. God, if only you knew how many books I had dedicated just to Hunger Games, let alone raffles. Probably got like 4, at least, just for raffles. This Hunger Games probably spans at least 3 different books. But before I get too disoriented, Tom Riddle constructs a shack. And people just don't want to participate. They're either snuggling or building stuff. Come on now, let's get a little bloodshed. St. Rose and MF30 track down and kill Yuki. See, there we go. It's the Hunger Games, meant for killing, not building shacks and questioning your sanity like Teapot Man here. Scan tries to spearfish with a trident. Rise, definitely not wanting to deal with Swag Mode, diverts his attention and runs away. And Relic bleeds out due to untreated injuries. How unfortunate. That's why you don't try to spearfish and aim up. You aim down. But they learned that one the hard way. This person, we're going to call him Ponytail, goes hunting. John Marston questions his sanity and if he's really got the gumption to make it to the end. Perseus tries to spearfish with a trident, except they're not playing dumb. They know how to use it, and they will continue to live because of it. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. I like how it's rather slow. Even for 24 people, this is kind of wild to not see that many deaths. Night 4. Mr. F30 receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Oh god. St. Rose climbs a tree to rest. Are we going to see the fabled fall out of the tree double death? Rise and Tom Riddle hold hands. D-Block thinks about winning. He's got the Squid Games vibe. He could definitely do it. Perseus and John Marston fight Cypher and T-Bot. Perseus and John Marston survive. God, it was an epic fight of hatchets. Unfortunately, Cypher and Teapot, they didn't shape up too well. You guys should have seen it. Perseus came in, swung and chopped off Cypher's arm. John Marston came in and just totally destroyed Teapot. They walked away with barely a scratch on him. I mean, it was coordinated bloodshed. It was insane. But it was awesome. Pup 66 receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. No! Ponytail severely slices Swag Mode with a sword. Damn, I really wanted to see him win. After 3 kills in that kind of opening, would have been awesome. Tiz Diddy starts a fire. Scan is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Scan, go talk to Diddy. I mean, it might cost you a few holes, but he'll teach you. Day 5. Tiz Diddy fishes. St. Rose explores the arena. Rise searches for firewood to cook his food tonight. Perseus tries to sleep through the entire day, not wanting to get killed. Pope 66 tends to D-Block's wounds. How kind, Pope. Probably just to extort him, but, drink break. One must stay properly hydrated, I say as I take a drink of Pepsi. MF30 receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. And poor John Marston, knowing not to drink the water from the lakes and unable to get a sponsor, dies from thirst. Unfortunate. Scan, Tom Riddle, and Ponytail get into a fight. Scan triumphantly kills them both. Okay. Mr. Curly's got it going on over here. Pull him off a double. 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. What happened to Ponytail? Let's see everyone's stats real quick. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 alive. I know I just narrated everything, but I still don't understand how Ponytail died. It might have been in that last one there that I was slow on. But you guys know what happened, so let's continue. Night 5. D-Block is unable to convince Perseus to not kill him. There we go, Perseus. Too many people are being helpful and nice. This is the game to the death. Oh god, I just looked at this next line down and MF30 attempts to climb a tree but falls on Pope 66, killing them both. We've had two of my favorite deaths in this game already. I love it. Scan, Rise, and Saintros cheerfully sing songs together as they pass the corpse of F30 and Pope, who... It was not pretty. I mean, MF30's not a big dude, but whew, was the blood everywhere. And Tiz Diddy looks at the night sky. The feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. You know how many times I've probably said that over the last 5 years under Auk? Too many times. Perseus decides not to go to the feast. Scan decides not to go to the feast. Saintros and Tiz Diddy decide to work together to gain more supplies, basically wiping out the whole feast. I mean, they're the only two that went after all. Even Rise decided not to go to the feast. I mean, top 5, everyone's trying to scrounge for supplies. Day 6, Tiz Diddy and Saintros hunt further tributes. This has been a really solid pair. And Rise overhears Perseus and Scan talking in the distance about their plans and how they plan to win. And Rise is like, ooh, let me get up in that. Try to find a way to counteract it and win themselves. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. I wonder if an arena event can trigger with 5 people left. Night 6. Saintros throws a knife into Scan's chest. Oh, I just pictured it. I mean, we all know Saintros is clay, and that man ain't got no coordination, so it was probably aiming for the head and hit the chest instead. Tiz Diddy is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. And in the dead of night, Perseus silently snaps Rise's neck. He thought he overheard their master plan to win, but really, they already knew he was there. And they were setting him up to be out in the open, all alone. Real sly, real sly. I think that gives us a top 3. Day 7. Tiz Diddy sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. And honestly, it's good because it was Saintros and Perseus, our 2 most underhanded players at the moment, sitting at that fire just waiting for Tiz Diddy to show up. Good thing he decided not to investigate. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 7. Saintros cries herself to sleep because they don't think they have what it takes to win the game. Perseus stays awake all night, the finish line in sight. They don't want to lose, not even for a second, though that sleep might cost them. And Tiz Diddy, well, they just start a fire. They're completely unperturbed by anything going on. They're straight up having a good time. I mean, top 3, bountiful food. They're living the life. Well, for now. Day 8. Saintros receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Beautiful, this laid in. Tiz Diddy makes a slingshot. You guys are oddly unaggressive. And Perseus thinks about home and how long it'll be until they see it. Only a couple more days. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 8. Perseus sets up camp for the night. After staying awake, they decided it's time for some much needed rest. Oh god, Tiz Diddy climbs a tree for rest. And Saintros, walking around in the dark, ended up stepping on a unpleasant bear trap. And let me tell you, their screams of pain were hilarious. They are exactly how you're picturing them right now. Day 9. Saintros sprains her ankle running away from Perseus, which Perseus just wanted to talk, but Saintros got a little jumpy and, And Tiz Diddy receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor because they said it's time to end this. 2 days, no deaths. It's time, Tiz Diddy. Take your crown. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 9. Tiz Diddy loses sight of where he is as he's tracking down the final 2 to kill. And Saintros begs for Perseus to kill her, none able to continue in this charade of the triangle they have. She refuses, keeping Saintros alive, even though that was an easy 100k bullet move. I would have definitely sliced their throat. Excuse me. Drink break. Or what some would call dramatic pause. Day 10. Saintros his Diddy off guard. He was searching through the high ass brush, and Saintros just crept up like a silent ass killer and whoosh, stabbed him right in the back with a sword. It was awesome. And oh god, Perseus dies of dysentery. No! Perseus, you're supposed to drink the clean water you got. And that means at the perfect moment. Oh wait, nope. Before we get to our dramatic reveal, 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Which makes our winner Saintros from District 12. Congratulations. God, what's that from? Congratulations. That's either Dax or Tom McDonald, one of the two. I think it's Tom McDonald. Anyways, we're clashing realities here. The winner is Saintros from District 12. Congratulations. Let's see how everyone placed. Oh god. Saintros ended up with 3 kills. Perseus with 4. Damn, Perseus. If only you didn't drink the water, you would have had this one, man. Not gonna lie, Swag Mode, I was rooting for you silently. After all those kills, yeah. Dang. Let's see where we lost, who was it that I got confused on? Hold on. Trying to see where we lost, the name I can't remember. You think I'd remember things better considering I just did them, but, you know. You can read along with me as I go through and try to figure this out. Yeah, Ponytail was killed by Scan in a double. Well, everyone, that was the Christmas Hunger Games. Thank you for participating, and congratulations to our winner, Saintros. That'll be all, folks. See you in the next one.